Hello and welcome to another Binding of Isaac boss guide. We haven't done one of these in a while, so we'll start with the Horseman. Isaac versus Famine. Famine is the first of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and he will appear in Basement or Cellar 1 or 2. He has increased chance of showing up if you've used the Book of Revelations on the floor, just like any of the other Horsemen. Now down to the actual strategy of this fight. If you stand to either side of Famine, to the left or right, he will tend to charge a lot more at you. These charges are easy to avoid. However, it's advised that you don't keep shooting at him as he starts to charge, as this will affect his charge direction. And it'll throw it off, and you'll probably get hit by it. And it'll do a full heart of damage, whether he's the champion version or not. And if you stand to the top or bottom of Famine, then he will spawn flies at you. The flies can be either pooters or fat flies. Although, interestingly enough, if you don't have Wrath of the Lamb installed, they cannot be fat flies, as fat flies did not exist in the base game. Now, in Famine's second form, his head will just float around shooting shots of 3 spread shots at you. These are easily avoided. He locks onto your position when he makes that little scrunchy face. And now for the champion variant. Blue Famine. Blue Famine is even easier, honestly. His only differences are that he's much more charge happy, and instead of spawning flies, he does a spread shot of 6 in all directions. The spread shot, however, is easier to dodge than the flies, especially considering the spread shot doesn't exactly stay on the screen forever and doesn't need to be killed, so it's not drawing your fire away from Famine, and you only have to dodge it once every few seconds or so if you're really unlucky with his timings. Now the second phase is a bunch of Monstro shots. And like Monstro, most of these shots are actually in no danger of hitting you. You can actually walk Isaac directly under most of these shots, and none of them will really hit you at all. So that's Famine taken care of. I hope this video helped you out a little bit if you were having trouble with him, and I'll be putting out one of these every week, starting now. So I'll see you guys next week for the next boss guide.